to the video, guys. So you've heard my playthrough of all the parts. Obviously now I'm going to teach them. I'm going to give you a little bit of info first. So basically this is my grade 3 version. It's very similar to the rock score version, but again, I've tweaked a couple of bits, and this is one I teach quite a lot at this point. So we've gone through bar chords. We're now doing some songs that are slightly more complicated, and this is one that fits in perfectly at this level. I've done a simplified version of the riff, i.e. with no dead hits. That's the version I teach at this level. In this video, I will also go through the dead hit version that I like to use when I'm playing it through. Feel free to have a go at that as well as the simplified version, but I would say, particularly if you've not done anything like this before with dead hits, start with the simplified version, then move on to the dead hit version. Of course, after that, I've gone through the verse and the pre-chorus, the riff after the chorus, and the solo, which is surprisingly not that tricky to play. It's a fun one to play. It's one you kind of almost have to learn by law on guitar. So hopefully you guys will find this useful, and I will just say hello to any of my private students who are watching this, having been taught it by me and just need a refresher. I hope you're practicing. Let's crack on. Okay guys, so we're going to start with this main riff, intro and chorus bit. We're going to do 2 versions. So the simple version, which I teach at grade 3, then I'll give you a slightly more complicated version for those who want to try something more difficult. Basically, we've got an F power chord to start. It's quite loud. I'm going to go down, up, down here. So I'm playing 1, 3, 3. So 3-string power chord. I'm going to go down, down, up, down. I'm going to move those fingers all down a string. So it's 1st fret A, 3rd fret D and G. For a B flat power chord, I'm going to do 2 downs. I'm then going to go up to 4th fret on the E and 6th fret on the A and the D. That's an A flat power chord. I'm going to do the same rhythm as I did on the F. That's down, up, down. I'm then going to move down to this D flat power chord. That's 4 on the A, or my eldest making noise. 4 on the A, 6th fret on the D and the G, and do 2 downs. So it's basically just this kind of double rhythm, down, up, down, and then 2 downs, and we just start at 1 and 3, and then shift up to 4 and 6, like this. That's our basic rhythm. We can play along with the song with that. We are just basically playing on when he's not dead hitting, and it's much easier to play like that, and that's basically the version I do at this kind of grade 3 level, okay, because it's much more reasonable to do that version. Let me show you the more complicated version. I'm going to, again, keep it relatively simple. He does change it a couple of times. The first time he plays the riff is slightly different to every other time, for example. Someone's done a video on YouTube, so if you can find that, check that out, because it's very cool. But basically, I'm going to do the same rhythm when I'm holding down the chord, still down, up, down. But then I'm going to do these 16th notes, down, up, dead hit. Then I'm going to do the B flat, again, 2 downs, and a little down, up as I move chord. And then down, up, down here with this A flat, the 16th note, dead hits, down, up, and then to the D flat, 2 downs again. And then as I head back to the F, a little down, up. So this is a more complicated version. Okay, so whichever of those you feel like, but as I say, the actual version at grade 3 that I teach is this. Also, feel free if you want to, you can bar and do any combination thereof with a barred finger. That's the. Okay, so basically all we've got here, we're just going to bar the 1st fret, B and G. Okay, that's all. And I'm just going to do this. It's basically, I think it's 2 bars, and every 2 bars we just do that. That's the verse. You just do that through the verse. And all we do is we basically take it up to 8th notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and play that through the pre-chorus. The only really technical note, obviously I'm barring with my 1st finger. I want everything to ring together, and I'm picking down and then up, which is my preferred way of picking when I'm picking 2 strings like that. Okay, so this is the riff after the chorus. It's actually a student who got me playing it with this kind of technique like this. I would always shift my finger to... but anyway, so we're going to do it the way my student was like, why don't you just do it like this? And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So here we go. This is the main riff now. We've got this F power chord. I'm going just for 2 fingers now for simplicity, speed, and all those things. I'm going to do 2 of these Fs. I'm going to do an E power chord. That's 2nd fret on the A string. And as I mentioned from my student's idea, I'm going to use my middle finger to do that. Hit that once, back to the F. So it's F, F, E, F. That bit doesn't change for all 4 times. It's the next bit that changes. On the first and the third time, we've got this. So what that is after F, F, E, F, 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 E, F, 2 F sharps or G flats, depending on how you like to think of it. That's 2nd fret on the E, 4th fret on the A, and then 3rd fret on the G string. Vibrato, pull it a bit, just play the note, whatever you can get to. This bit makes it a lot more technical, but try and do it if you can. If you can just get that, that's fine. If you can give it a little curl, even better. Like that. But anything you can do to get there, and that's what we do on the first and the third time. On the second and fourth time, after this F, F, E, F, I'm going to go up to B flat, that's 6th fret on the E and 8th fret on the A. Do that twice. And then to A flat, as we previously mentioned, that's 4 and 6, 4th fret on the E and 6th fret on the A. 2 of those as well. So it's not that complicated to go through, but it is quite hard to play. Let me play the whole thing for you. I play a little slower than tempo. Okay, cool. The solo is basically just one big repeat, so it's perhaps not as complicated as you might think it is. 10th fret on the D string with your ring finger, then 8th fret on the G, then 10th fret on the G, and then a big jump back to 6th fret on the D. 8th fret on the G, then we're going to bend that and then back. Oh, sorry, that's a little sharp. A bit more like it. You can push it up as well, whatever you prefer. 6th fret on the G, and then jump back with your first finger to 5th fret on the G. So. Then 6th fret on the G, but with your middle finger. Then 5th fret on the G with your first finger. And the 8th fret on the D with your ring finger. I like to jump back like that. And then 6th fret on the D. And then we're going to do 8th fret on the D, and another bend, and then 6, 5, but on the D string. And then we do the whole thing again. Yeah, so it's really just one big repeat. Now, I would alternate pick a good chunk of this as well. You can do all down picks, which would be more like this. But I wouldn't naturally, I'd alternate pick it. If you watch the video of me playing it, hopefully you can see my hand. That's the idea anyway. I haven't watched it back yet though. And you'll be able to see the picking that I use. We then got lots of 6 5s on the D. And then I like to say, slide back from 5 to 3 on the D. Now, he sometimes does something slightly different, but that's a slightly simplified version of that bit. And also repeat that lots of times. So it's 6 5, 6 5, 6 5, 5 back to 3. Okay, and that's the final part of the solo. So it's that one big repeat and then this repeated loads of times. And that's it. That's all there is to the song. There you go, guys. I hope you found that. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why I did that with my hands. Anyway, I hope you guys found that useful. It's a great song to learn, and this is a cool version to kind of ease yourself in before you can add the dead hits, perhaps to make it a little bit more difficult, or you've learned the dead hit version and you can play it perfectly already. So fantastic. I will put up a couple more songs like this that are kind of grade 3 level versions. Oh no, I think might only be one more to go, which will be an Oasis song. Who would have thought it? Anyway, so these are the ones I like to teach to all my students. So yeah, just to give you an idea of the progression I'm going. I'm really struggling to talk today, so I'm going to get through this quite quickly. I'm going to do my YouTube bit at the end and say thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it, and of course I really genuinely do. I appreciate any support that you can provide the channel. It's absolutely fantastic. If you can subscribe and comment on the video, they all really help so much. I really appreciate it. Check out my social media stuff down below. Again, that's a great way to support the channel, and there'll be more videos coming up soon, lots more planned. The next one I want to do is Motorcycle Emptiness, so that's another song I quite like to teach, so something a little different but not too different. But yeah, that'll be the plan for the next one. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will say at the end, my usual ending, I'll say I'll see you guys again soon for some, I nearly forgot it then. I'll see you guys again soon for some more cool guitar stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.